Hello, Miss Davis. In the English class of 11 and 10, I'm Hawken Meyer, and this is my video presentation over if libraries are still needed and relevant in our society today as a whole. And so here's a little background information. So the first library was built in 2600 BC, and it was built by the ancient Sumerians. And so archaeologists found clay tablets in this library that had a bunch of cuneiform script on it, which is a bunch of hieroglyphs. And then the first public library in the U.S. was built in 1833 in New Hampshire. And then it was only been recently that people have actually started to question the importance of public libraries and school libraries also, as there are a bunch of as libraries need funding and all of that, and that takes a bunch of money, and I'll get into that later. So here's some cons for libraries, as pretty much everyone has internet access at home. I mean, everyone has internet access at home, so I'm not going to be going to a library to go find a book to research something I need for class. I'm just going to look it up on my laptop or my phone, and that's just a couple clicks away, and then you get the information that you need. And then another con is that with advancements in technology coming out all the time, these advancements are making many jobs and products and utilities obsolete. And so I have a quote here by Steve Dennon, who has 6 successful business books and is the former director of the World Bank. So Steve Dennon quotes that big bang disruption is resulting in a vast array of products becoming obsolete: address books, video cameras, pagers, and wristwatches, just to name a few, as our phone pretty much does all of those things. Google Maps shows us where we need to go, it tells the time, and you can text anyone pretty much immediately. And so here are some pros to libraries. Libraries offer, for those who need it and who aren't fortunate enough to have these utilities at their home, libraries offer free Wi-Fi, computers, printers, fax machines, pretty much anything you would need to do your work or like make a resume. And so these are free to use for people who cannot afford these appliances at home. And so I have a quote from the Chicago Tribune, and this quote is by Cheryl Jackson. And so she says that libraries are now becoming more of a tech-driven place, which they are, because they have to try and compete with technology and trying to stay relevant in our society. And so school libraries are very important to our society, as they are the foundation of our youth learning, especially in kindergarten through middle school. As in kindergarten through middle school, libraries are used for book fairs, book checkouts, and computer labs, as it's a read and an assignment is you'd have to go to the book and make a presentation on it. And then throughout high school, teachers use libraries as part of, or English teachers specifically, use libraries as part of their learning process for reading and writing. As in high school, I had to do many book projects where what are some books? I can't remember it anyway, but without these libraries, classes that use libraries would be negatively impacted, as how would our youth learn and create a love for reading and writing if there wasn't libraries in their schools to offer them those free books? And so here are some cons to libraries. And so public libraries require a lot of funding to stay operational and up to date. They need upgrades in their technology to try and compete. And then a lot of them are old and outdated, so they need renovations, and that costs a lot of money. And so people are questioning whether if the money going into libraries is needed, and if they could go into better places, like as for instance, New York's libraries are asking for $1.5 billion over the next 10 years, but also in New York, there's 63,000 homeless people alone in New York City. So like, couldn't that money be put towards homeless shelters, rehabilitation centers, just to try and help the people get back on their feet, or other local problems such as that? And so in conclusion, libraries have had a major role in society for centuries. Advancements in technology has caused people to kind of drift away from public libraries, as everything they need is a couple clicks away. And then in an effort to stay competitive, libraries have tried to make continuous upgrades to match the current technology, which increases the funding they need to make these upgrades. And then on top of that, libraries also need renovations, as most of them are old and outdated. And then school libraries play a vital role in our youth learning. And then in conclusion, public libraries and school libraries are essential and make the lives of people who use them better. And so I strongly support the public system libraries and school libraries, as they are the foundations of our youth learning, and without them I wouldn't be where I'm here today. And so I thank you guys for your time, and peace out, and stay safe and stay inside.